Great Falls, Montana, and I've got my new car, 1963 Chrysler Newport, factory stick shift. This is the third stick shift 63 Newport that I've owned. I spent the day getting the car loaded up, and now I'm on my way to the motel that I got for tonight. And tomorrow we're gonna see about getting down the highway, headed back to North Carolina. Well, I got a room here at the O'Hare Inn, which is also the Sip and Dip Lounge here in Great Falls, Montana. So it's red when it's dirty and green when it's available?
One night of it was one night stay, or
Okay.
they're checking out the next day. Basically, they're checking out the next day.
Okay, and the
Yeah,
yellow?
the white is it's vacant and clean.
And this was the multiple, the
it's supposed to be
blue.
blue, it's multiple days.
Okay. Well, and I guess this is just the information of who's
Yep.
in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. The lounge is closed because of, I guess, Labor Day. But I was in here like a month ago, so I saw the mermaids and such. No club colors. Like the signs, ladies and men. Here's the dumb waiter, I believe they call it, to bring your food up from the bottom. Guess the pool is closed. I don't know if this will lock behind me, so. Oh, looks like it's unlocked. Here's the upstairs. Oh, I didn't realize they had a casino. I guess the pool is in there. Do not walk. Okay, I won't. I see it's locked. The hallways are a little creepy. But on that switchboard, those lights correspond to these lights on the corners of the doors here. So they can change colors so the housekeeping knows if the room's occupied or whatnot. I already got all my crap there, but it's an entry. Looks like bed's already on. Vanity. Desk. In the old picture, this was an ironing board. Oh, it still is. Check that out. I was not expecting it to still be here. That's what you don't see too often, the entryways into other rooms, which I always found a little odd. Is that locked or unlocked? Oh, gotta have that bottle opener. there's another one of those there. Oh. That's not the bed. When I push vanity, I hear a relay. Uh-oh. Okay. Switches need a little work. Is there one by the bed? Oh, I guess you can just... Pretty cool. Neat sink. Alright, well, I think it's time for a shower and then bed. Oh man, looks like you get a free rubber ducky normally, but they're migrating from their origination point to their home here. Maybe next time. Well, it's the next morning here in Great Falls. Spent the night here at the O'Hare Inn, also home of this Sip and Dip Lounge. I picked up the Chrysler yesterday afternoon and / evening. I ended up talking with the owner for quite a while. Got some cool old photos of the car from back in the day. Had to scan some slides. They were on color slides. Basically, I blasted out here in a rental car. Left Hickory a couple days back. The car they gave me was a new Camry. Got everything I needed in the car, the 4 wheels and tires, tools, my luggage, etc. Trunk was packed full. When I got to Great Falls yesterday evening, I unloaded everything into the trunk of the Chrysler, which was a lot bigger, and then took the rental car over to the rental car place and left it in their parking lot because they weren't open on Labor Day. So this morning I need to go officially turn the car in. The O'Hare Inn does give you a complimentary breakfast. You get 4 choices: 1 egg, 2 slices of bacon and toast, 1 pancake and 2 slices of bacon, a triple berry muffin and yogurt cup, or cold cereal and 1 slice of toast. Coffee is included with all meals listed. So I'm going to do that right fast, and then I got to go over to a tire shop. There's several in this town. I'm going to go to the local mom and pop place. I need to see if I can get them to take my tires off of the Ford wheels that I brought with me and put them on the Chrysler, because the Chrysler has some ancient radial tires on it and they're kind of flat spotted and such, so I wouldn't trust them to drive the 2,400 miles back home. So I'm gonna go get breakfast and then try to find a tire shop that'll do it. Hopefully this mom and pop place will do it. Usually they're the ones that will, they don't care. Some of those bigger chains, they get all weird about you not getting the tires from them or whatever. So that's step 1, and then hit the road. I got 2,400 miles to go. I'm going to try to see some of the sites in Montana / South Dakota. So let's get to it. like they're going to be open today. Oh man, you just ripped that thing right out. I think these valve stems were pretty old.
Put the air out and like, that's awful stiff.
Yeah, that's... Wow, actually cleaning off the rims. Yeah, you definitely don't see rim cleaning anymore. Yeah, it's always good to clean up the threads. Well, if you're in Great Falls and you need tires, you've definitely got to come to Falls Tire Service here. They are how tire shops used to be. So, highly recommend. Super nice guys. And they know what they're doing. Might have to disconnect the speedometer. It's kind of bouncing around. I'm on the way to the original owner's house. Oh, that's cool. Swept line pickup. Just to get a picture of the car with the house, just because that's where I lived pretty much the majority of its life. And there it is. Maybe the last time this car will be at its house where it was at new. Alright, now it's time to make tracks. One thing I need to do is disconnect the heater control. Bert, the owner, told me that the heater has to be on or it'll leak, which is common for these heater controls to start leaking. You can rebuild them, but I'm not going to attempt that, nor do I have a rebuild kit with me, so I'm just going to route the heater hose back onto the engine so it's just bypassed, because I can feel the heat coming through the floor and the vents there. So I don't think I want that when it's going to be in the 90s driving back. So I'll be sure to do that here soon before I leave Great Falls. All right, so I just need to reroute one of these heater hoses back onto itself. Got the trusty tool here. Looks like maybe routing this one might be the easier one to do, since this one's screw is kind of not as accessible. I'll actually see if I can find a piece of tubing to connect the two. And one trick to keep your coolant from blowing out your hose is to clamp some vice grips on it to shut off the flow. Now the heater is off. And got the speedometer disconnected. Well, I'm leaving Great Falls, Montana, and first goal is to try to get to Billings, Montana, which is 214 miles away. That's kind of the first test to see what this car is capable of. I got a full tank of gas, I got the speedometer disconnected, and I got the heater off now, so let's see what happens. I guess there was a wreck up ahead, so now we're stuck here on this 2-lane road. Saw this cool motel when I was coming through on the way to Great Falls. So I figured I'd check it out. Sure if it's still open. Doesn't really look like it. But a cool sign nonetheless. looks like we're about 90 miles out. Car's doing pretty good. I'm about 45 minutes from Billings. Temperature gauge is up on the higher end of the thing, but it's not in the I'm too hot part of the gauge yet. So I'm just going to kind of keep an eye on it. Surprisingly, there's a lot of good stations out in the middle of nowhere of Montana. Found an awesome oldies station. And I probably can't have this on the video because copyright. Man, that's a long train. What is that? Looks like coal. Are there coal mines around here?
Moments together, so help protect you.
Haven't burnt any oil. And look how clean it is. Filled up with gas, check the mileage. I'm getting about 14 miles per gallon, so not too bad. And I'm now headed out of Billings. Exit 510 off of Interstate 90 is right where the little Bighorn battlefield is. There's an old motel there, Little Bighorn Camp. I've been to the Little Bighorn battlefield a couple times already. It's worth going to if you like history, you know, and it's just kind of a neat place to go. It's basically, the battlefield has little markers showing where basically every person fell. So you get kind of a realization of just how many people's lives were lost. And they more recently put markers from Indians there. So of course they don't have, you know, all the markers for all the fallen Indians, but it's also a cemetery. There's people that are buried there, you know, after the fact. But it's kind of a, I don't know, a sombering thing to see, you know, how so many people lost their lives. There is a little museum in there. You can see some various displays. They got some weapons, some uniforms, and some more information. As well as things that, if you're coming through here, you probably should stop in. Like I said, I've been a couple times. But I think it's more important too, especially if you like American history, military history, war history, whatever you want to say in that regard. And it's just kind of quiet and peaceful there, and you can just think about it, I guess. It also kind of blows my mind that, you know, it would take people months to travel through this land, and now I can do it in mere hours. You know, a highway, super highways going right through here, this highway going through here. Yeah, they would Custer and his men were out here. It took them weeks to get anywhere. You're just camping out in the plains. So it's always a little odd to me when I realize that I can just drive through all this with really no time lost. I wonder what those people would think if they knew that you could travel this quickly.
Coming to you from the Yellowstone Jewelers studio just after 4 o'clock. You're picking up Jack. Glad to have you here with local products. Hey, I hate to tell you this. The pandemic is over, but COVID-19, it still exists, and apparently cases are on the climb around the state of Montana. But good news, you may not have to go see your regular doctor to get tested and treated.
Stick around, K-Bear. It's time for some Montana news now.
For Montana News on the Northern News Network, I'm Cody Ross. Montana Democratic gubernatorial candidate Ryan Busse provided 10 years of income tax records today, seeking to goad Republican Governor Greg Gianforte into defeating him ahead of the November election. The release of the tax records to the Associated Press comes after Gianforte recently...
Only 201 more miles to go to Waldrop. I'm rolling into Broadus, Montana, also known as the most wavingest town or something like that. I guess everybody waves at you or something of that sort, perhaps. There's that 73 Chrysler I saw coming the other way. license plate from 1990. Interior is in nice shape. Got a few cars for sale, it looks like. 73 Newport versus 63 Newport. I've had a bunch of 73 Newports actually. No price though, so it makes you wonder how much it is. Problem is, it's way out here, so for somebody to get it that doesn't live close by, you'll have a little bit of a fortune in getting it shipped. Oh, it's the Waving-ass town in the west. Oh, they got a bowling alley. Filled up again. This time I'm getting about 11 miles a gallon, but I did go over a bunch of steep grades. Check the oil. Still pretty much full. Maybe just a tick of oil is burnt. Still looks really clean too, so I think this motor's pretty tight. Like I said, I'm here in Broadus. I thought originally I might stay here, but it being only 5:45 or so, I think I might try to get into South Dakota. Oh man, also check out all the wildlife that is now on my radiator. But we got the nice radiator screen keeping it from going in the radiator. It looks like I got rid of a colony of bees. Oops. I did also move the tack down a little bit because I couldn't see the oil, the low pressure light there, the oil low pressure light. So I figured that'd be important to be able to see. So. I don't think a single person waved at me back there in Broadus. So is it really the most wavingest town in the West? Almost to the Wyoming border. It's a little bit more to go, right past the Zelda. I'll be crossing into Wyoming and I'll be there for a little bit, and then cross into South Dakota. I reckon I'll get a picture with the signs. Well, I'm in Wyoming now. And got a little ways to go still. That looks important. Wonder what the flashing red lights mean. Wonder if this is where bentonite comes from. I saw this sign on the way west. It said bentonite. Is that the bentonite? Had to work with bentonite in one of my previous jobs. Maybe. You might be wondering, or maybe you're not, what is bentonite? And in my previous job, bentonite was used to seal wells. When it gets wet, it expands, so it'll seal up a well. When the case goes into the ground, you put the bentonite around it to seal off and basically make a plug around the pipe going down to your water. It keeps any kind of contaminants out and such. So I was around bentonite a lot doing well inspections, so is this where it came from? Maybe. Well, it looks like somebody shotgun blasts the sign. Which I'm probably saying totally wrong. It's like the biggest town I've been in a while. Well, the downside of driving at nighttime is you can't see all the wall drug signs and other advertising signs that's all along this road. I'm about 20 miles from Wall, South Dakota, and I'm going to be staying at the Welsh Motel, which I stayed at coming out actually, so I'm going to stay there again. They do glow in the dark. It must have reflective paint. Probably can't even really see that. Real key for the win. Ah, yes, the finding this light switch always a challenge depending on where you go. Go ahead and get this AC cranking. Boom. Cool. Thinking about it. There we go. Rooms have been renovated some. Oh, this one looks like it's still got some of the, I guess that would probably be the original tile. Shower's been updated. Sink, toilet, that looks all new. But if you know me, you know this is what I like. Door frame doors look like they're probably original. They got a TV and a lamp here. Mirror for looking at yourself. Not too bad. Nice and clean. And this is actually the second time I've stayed here. I stayed at this motel on the way out, and it's still owned by the original family that built it in, I believe it was 1958. That's why it's still got the same name. I saw on the card that it still had the same last name for the owners, and I was like, did y'all change the name of the motel at some point? She's like, no, it's always been this, because they built it. Her grandparents built it, you know, which is really neat. It's very rare that you could find a motel that's still owned by the same family that started it. I want to get some of my stuff and take it in. And since I got here kind of late, wasn't much choices for me to eat at, so gas station dinner it is. All welcome. I got some provisions for tonight and tomorrow, so walking back to the room. There will be time to go to bed before too long. What is the Green River Ordinance? Right in between ad and full, so we're still good. Guess I'll need to add some coolant though. Hard to see, but there are some rust chunks and stuff getting into the tubes. So that's not helping the cooling. All right, everything else looks good to go. Well, it's the next morning here in Wall, South Dakota. Had a good stay here at the Welsh Motel here in Wall. It is a locally owned, non-chain motel, obviously. It was built in 1958, and the original family still owns it, like I've said before. I've stayed here twice. I stayed here going out, and I'm staying here coming back. So if you're in the area, you're coming to Wall, going to see Mount Rushmore, any of that, this is a good place to stop. There's other things to see in Wall, including Wall Drug, of course. I think the last time I was here was in 2018. I think it was in the wintertime. I can't remember if it was December or January, somewhere around there. But there's a big dinosaur by the freeway, and we missed it last night because it was dark, couldn't see it. So you can actually see it from the motel. So I want to drive over there first and check it out. Then we're going to check out Wall Drug. It's been a while since I've been in there, obviously. So I kind of don't remember what all was in there. I'm going to do a bunch of kind of touristy things, going through South Dakota. There's a lot of cool things to see. Obviously, I can't do them all, but I'm going to hit some of the stuff that, one, I haven't been to in a long time, or I haven't been to at all. Probably going to skip Mount Rushmore because I've already been there, and it's a little out of the way. I think it's like a 45-minute drive out of the way, one way, and I've already seen it, so I'm probably going to skip that. Maybe I'll post a picture of when I was there or whatever, but if you want to see it, be sure to check it out. So anyways, like I said, this is a mom and pop motel here, Welsh Motel. So if you're in the area, stop by, give them a try. And I had a good stay. Like I said, I stayed here twice, going out and coming back. Clean, comfortable. Owners are super nice, very accommodating. So give them a check out if you are here in Wall. Anyways, let's go check out a dinosaur. Drug 80-foot dinosaur. I hate when your flashlight clip pops off. You can see there's the interstate right here. It looked like in old photos the fence wasn't here, but I guess they had to put it on here because my guess is people tried climbing the tail up to the dinosaur's back or something. That'd be my guess why they put a fence up. One thing I'm going to do is remove the steering wheel cover. I've found that it's not very comfortable because where the cord is, it kind of starts hurting your hand after driving for several hours. This is the content y'all want, unlacing a steering wheel cover. Okay. There we go. The steering wheel's in good shape anyhow. A couple little cracks, but not bad. It's got that plastic, little slightly stinky smell. All right, well, let's go to the famous wall drug. Tons of these signs like this in a homemade pile all along the interstate. Sure what the slow wall drug arrow ahead means. Ow, look at that huge, what are they called, jackalope? I believe that's what those are called, jackalope. Camper up there. What is that? I like those things. Yeah. I like that camper.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good old 77 right here.
I got a couple B vans.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I think this is on a B300 chassis.
Yeah. Is it a 318 or 440 or
360?
360. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Where y'all?
Came back from Burning Man.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I haven't been there, but I've heard tell about it.
Yeah, heading back to Sioux Falls.
Okay.
Good long drive.
Hey, I'm blocking traffic.
Hey, no worries. You deserve to block traffic for that.
I'm headed back to North Carolina.
Nice, right on.
Have a good trip.
You as well.
Thank you. this wall drug. Real question is if I can. Oh, oh man, you know, I hate that. You think you got a spot, but there's usually a motorcycle parked in it. I guess this is what happens when you snooze. You lose. Oh wait, here's a spot. Looks like. Missed out on that good parking. Guess I'll just pick a place to go in.
Well, howdy there, sidewinder. Mosey on up here to the Wall Drug Cowpunk. Let me crush a custom innie for you. Come on, don't hang about. Drop in some of that hard-earned money of yours. After you've made your deposit, then make your custom choice.
I'll think about it.
I'm just saying.
Oh, see, these are for the sheepskin. So if you want that sheepskin, you will want it. Oh, I saw it. You see it? Yeah.
Yours fortune is mine for the telling, and yours for the healing. Come, let's all talk, tell you all.
There's more smash penny machines than I've ever seen. So far.
Yeah, I love these. I actually sent him a little note. Yeah, until I have some houses going.
Was your soul? No.
Oh, they're taking a break. I guess they sing. I'm not sure what that guy's playing. Didn't know you could still get these. Oh, 12 shot. This is a section I would have liked when I was a kid. This is a big place. Post office. Guess I need to go back. Find that free ice water. Interest 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, the free ice water. Cups have changed a little bit. And I guess it's still a drugstore. Albeit a small one, I guess. Free bumper sticker. That's rare. That's the ticket. That's a lot of donuts. I don't think I can eat all of those. Oh, and the coffee's only 5 cents. Just like that at the Flintstones campground there near the Grand Canyon. Yeah, take your mind. Take your mind. Decided to get some breakfast here and try one of these donuts. So I'm gonna wait for that to come out. Oh, they got Mount Rushmore here, so you don't actually have to go. Guess I better get a photo of me with Mount Rushmore. Dropped off my postcards. Now it's time to go to the Badlands. Well, that's a first.